Now, I've been to many church services, especially evangelical services, and honestly, most of them were brilliant from a production point of view. Absolutely fantastic. The lights, the music, the atmosphere, the cameras rolling, the worship band, everything perfectly timed. The songs would start upbeat and then energetic and then slowly become softer, more emotional, more intimate, drawing people into a moment that felt deeply spiritual. And genuinely, kudos to them because they know how to organize a service incredibly well. Then comes the pastor with the sermon, or it's completely polished, it's engaging, it's emotional, it's inspiring. Everything flows perfectly together to create an experience that leaves people saying, wow, that felt amazing. I need to come back. But the reality is, concerts do the exact same thing. People cried at the Michael Jackson concerts. People cried and they fainted and they felt overwhelmed emotionally because human beings are deeply affected by music. We know that. They're affected by atmosphere, lighting, crowds, energy, emotional build-up. All of this really plays on our emotions. And that's where I started asking myself, is this worship or is this just an emotional situation? Because worship was never meant to be just about chasing a feeling in a moment. For me, worship was sacrifice. It always was. Worship was reverence. Worship was and is obedience when nobody is singing and there is no lights, there's no band, there's nothing. True worship is not just lifted hands in a room and closed eyes. It's carrying your cross daily when the music stops. And that's the difference. A concert gives you a temporary emotional high. We know that. But real worship should transform the way that you live, without a doubt. And sadly, we can see that many people that are hooked into these Christian meetings, they're actually there because they actually like the feeling, they like the fellowship. Where's the sacrifice? I know when I go to Mass, I'm sacrificing because sometimes it's boring. It's repetitive. The homily, depending on, which priest is giving it, it's not always engaging. It doesn't always speak to you. But you know something? Jesus is there. He's in the tabernacle. And you feel the reverence and you feel the presence of God. And that's what worship is for me. I will sacrifice my feel-good TED Talk to go and meet Jesus, who is going to transform me, not just from the outside, but from the inside too. So if you've never been to a Catholic church and you're watching this and thinking, oh, she doesn't know what she's talking about, but why don't you go and test it and go to a Catholic church and see what you think? You may be very surprised.